Thom Hartmann here on the news. You need to know this. For over a week, Republicans have refused to focus on anything but their so-called scandals, and it turns out that's exactly the way they want it. On Thursday, the Heritage Foundation, a prominent conservative think tank, sent a letter to GOP leaders and told them to avoid working on any legislation that could take the focus off of the Obama administration. Michael Needham, the CEO of Heritage Action for America, wrote, quote, "Legislation such as the Internet Sales Tax or the Farm Act, which contains nearly $800 billion in food stamp spending, would give the press a reason to shift their attention away from the failures of the Obama administration to write another circular firing squad article." End quote. In other words, they want Republicans to use the media's scandal obsession to keep the focus off of infighting within the GOP and to avoid getting any real work done in Congress. It's also important to note that Heritage Action is a registered 501c4 organization. That means that taxpayers, you and I, are subsidizing the very organization that's telling our lawmakers not to do their jobs, as if Republicans in Congress ever needed an excuse to do nothing. Fact is, while the GOP obsesses about the so-called scandals, the pressing issues facing our nation are being ignored. Instead of trying to score political points, Republicans should be working to help our economy, create jobs, or fix our broken immigration system. They were not elected to do the bidding of conservative think tanks. It's time for Republicans to listen to the American people, put aside political witch hunts, and start working on the issues that could actually help the people they represent. In screwed news, corporate power is out of control. Western and Southern Insurance Group in Cincinnati decided it was buying the 104-year-old inn across the street from its headquarters, even though the property was not for sale. Several years ago, Western and Southern offered to buy the Anna Louise Inn, a home for struggling women, for $1.8 million, less than half its value. But the women wouldn't sell. So the company sued the women of Anna Louise over a zoning issue and tied them up in court for over 2 years. Eventually, the cost of the legal fight became too much to bear, and the women were forced to sell the property to Western and Southern for $4 million. They will soon be relocated to a new building in a shabby neighborhood 2 miles away. For decades, the inn has been home to women leaving abusive husbands, recovering from drug addiction, or transitioning from foster care to adulthood. But that's all about to change because this huge corporation could afford a legal fight, and the Anna Louise couldn't. Western and Southern used our court system as their personal sword to wield power over women without the means to fight. They should be ashamed, and we should be outraged. In the best of the rest of the news, a recent release of hospital billing data showed huge disparities in the amounts the uninsured are charged for medical care. But thanks to a new Obamacare regulation, patients without health insurance will soon get the same discounts given to the big for-profit insurance companies. Last month, the IRS issued a new regulation which states that hospitals can't charge uninsured patients a higher rate than the amounts generally billed to patients with health care coverage. This regulation may not go as far as some would like, but it's a great step toward ensuring access to affordable health care. Huge companies that profit from denying medical care shouldn't be given a better deal than those who are forced to cover costs out of pocket. In fact, huge companies shouldn't be profiting from denying needed medical care at all. There's cause to celebrate this step, but we need to take it even further. Let's keep up the fight to ensure that everyone can get the medical care they need. Let's fight for single-payer Medicare for all. Harry Reid may finally fix the filibuster. According to the Washington Post, if Republicans block 3 key upcoming nominations or confirmations, Senator Reid will exercise the so-called nuclear option to do away with the 60-vote threshold on all nominations. The 3 upcoming confirmations are Richard Cordray to head the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Thomas Perez as Secretary of Labor, and Gina McCarthy to head up the EPA. But many Democrats are wary of falling for this promise again. Lucy in the football. Republicans have blocked over 80 federal judge nominations and numerous other agency positions, so it's hard to believe that blocking these 3 nominees will suddenly convince enough Democrats to stand with Harry Reid in using the nuclear option. But hopefully, the Democrats will stand together to fight the abuse of the 60-vote threshold. We must let our senators know that it's time to get this done and that we're fed up with Republican obstructionism. Call your senators today and tell them we don't need 3 more nominations blocked by the GOP. It's time to fix the filibuster now. And finally, last week, Republicans were celebrating their 37th vote to repeal Obamacare in the House of Representatives. In an effort to gain support for wasting more time and taxpayer money on the meaningless vote, the GOP took to Twitter to ask followers to describe Obamacare in 3 words. House Speaker John Boehner promoted the hashtag Obamacare in 3 words by adding his comment, "Repeal for jobs." But the Obama administration wanted in on the action too. In response to the Twitter campaign, the White House tweeted the hashtag and added, "It's the law," along with a picture of Obama's signature from the actual Affordable Care Act legislation. The hilarious rebuttal has been retweeted almost 6,500 times and continues to spread on Twitter. The White House also used the hashtag to explain other benefits of Obamacare in 3 words, like no lifetime limits and young adults covered. If Republicans want to know the 3 words that Americans really care about, they are get to work. And that's the way it is today, Monday, May 20th, 2013. I'm Thom Hartmann on the news.